Okie dokie. Guys, daily bread. That means every single day there's supposed to be a video on this YouTube channel, and I can't just make a story every day or teach something every day. Sometimes I actually have to be a business owner, and today is one of those days. Today I have to go through one of the offers that we're helping run and do a full audit because it's not spinning as well as it was. And so I gotta go through the sales cycle, I gotta go through the VSL, I gotta give any kind of insights that I would have in my experience as to why the offer is not running as well as it has been. So today I'm gonna loom all of that, I'm gonna record, Ollie will put in the sexy stuff, and that will be today's daily bread. I hope you guys enjoy. This is the non-sexy stuff about being a business owner, alongside some very good pizza. Okie dokie, so I am a business owner first. That is my background. My background is not being in front of camera. It's not being a content creator. It is being someone who actually tries to build online businesses. Today, you're going to see a glimpse of that as I go through and audit one of the offers that we're currently working with, which is an info product for photo booths. Really, really good company. The service on this company, the delivery, the fulfillment is crazy. In the last 6 months, 160 something clients, 1 refund request. This company is genuinely teaching people how to make an amazing business, and they're crushing it, but I think they can be doing better. So we today are going to go through and play with their process. How to scale your photo booth business to $100,000. I would like some kind of time frame there as well. So how to scale your photo booth business to $100,000. I would like to see maybe per year with a proven system to book clients on demand. With a proven system is a little weak. I'm not a copywriter. I also don't know if scale is necessarily a word that's going to appeal to a lot of the people that are talking to this company. So realistically, I think that scale is a B2B term. I think most people are going to know the word grow. So how to grow your photo booth business to $100,000 a year with our system that books consistent clients on demand. Learn the exact steps of how we started and grew our company to $100,000 in just 10 months with a single photo booth. Love it. Without spending hours browsing on social media, without offering discounts and working for a little return, without reaching to hundreds of vendors to secure booking with a proven marketing system to get clients on demand. I like it. Watch masterclass. I would like to see Instagram there as well. Okay guys, so I just recorded a full loom. You can see it's 30 minutes. But the downside is since I was recording a voice memo, I have no audio on this loom. The loom is just, I guess you can't record a voice memo and record a loom from the same audio source or at the same time or such, and so loom has no audio. So that 30 minutes is really just junk for you guys. What I'll tell you is the main notes. And so going through, my main piece of advice through the 30 minutes was I had an epiphany where I think realistically for your style, if you're trying to go faceless, 3 things I would do as a test. Number 1 is I would probably pay to have a whiteboard animation style video. The main thing to note is that in the entire content world right now, this style training, it's effective when it's live or effective when there's a face, but there's no face. I think you're gonna have a massive drop-off rate. The one thing I wanna see, I see 63% of people play, but I can't tell what the drop-off rate is from the stats that you sent me. What I specifically would like to see is how many people drop off. My prediction is that the drop-off rate is really, really high. Abnormally high because I think the video is boring. I say that with love. Nothing to do with accent or such. I just think that the video is boring in comparison of what most people are watching on content now.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, finding yourself?
Doing well. I want to make sure I get your name right. Is it Lakia?
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
All right, so right at the gate, this is kind of what you'd expect from a less nurtured sequence. Someone who is on a phone, not at a desk, they're outside. Just obviously a harder prospect to get intent out of.
It's a little hectic, right?
Yes, sir.
Good job getting a little smile out of her.
How's it going so far?
It's not going very well.
Break it down for me.
Right now,
Overall, good job not giving too much to that. Most people would be like, oh, you know, totally, that's what we're here for, blah, blah, blah. So good job just saying, break it down for me. Very simple, very clean, very elegant.
my ultimate goal is to own a couple different ones and be able to work off of those.
Okay. So you want to scale the photo booth business.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay. Where do you feel like you need the most help? You on the application you just put getting clients?
Good questions. I would like to see more current state. And there's no right or wrong to do this, but realistically you start with current state, which is why I would like to see more. So just asking along the, questions along the side of like, cool, well, let's start here. Right now, how many bookings are you getting every week or every month? How much are you booking for on average? How much cash have you collected within the last month? How much was your machine? Has she ROI'd on it? Got it. How are you getting your bookings? Do you feel like it's consistent? Do you feel like it's dependable? Do you feel like realistically, I saw in your application, you said getting clients is the part that you're having a constraint with right now. You said right now getting clients is the main hiccup Can you break that down further? Got it. Do you feel like you have a dependable acquisition system? Do you feel like you're kind of at the mercy of just word of mouth right now, or your brother? Do you feel like you're trying to get to something where you can just pull a lever, put $1 in, pull a lever and get $3 out? Gotcha. Blah, blah, blah. And then you can get into future goals. Okay, once you have a system in place, where do you want to take this, etc. So I feel like realistically, we just didn't get into current state. So we didn't set the frame, and then we didn't get into current state as well as I would have liked to have seen. I got a lot of takeaways. Number one is on clients like that or prospects like that, I definitely think we need to have a fast action in place. So I'll work on that. Definitely want to get a fast action in place. Definitely want to make sure that we always go for the PIF instead of payment plan at first. Also want to make sure that we are getting people on a computer. A couple of rules, just so you guys know. When I'm recording long form content, I actually don't allow my team to have the same angle or cut for more than 30 seconds because our drop off will just skyrocket. So I think realistically, this style, faceless, etc., is going to be very hard for you guys to retain people on. I think you guys are shooting yourselves in the foot before you start. There are 3 types of videos I would play with. Number one is an animation. I think this will probably spank really, really well. There's only 2 things that happen when people speak slow. Number one is people drift off because their brain, there's not enough new stuff coming into their brain to keep the brain's full attention. You have to remember, like, people need dopamine every other second now to keep watching. The time that speaking slow can help is when you're speaking fast prior to, and so you can use tempo changes, but right now the entire thing's way too monotone, way too slow. I don't think there's a big copy issue. We're gonna have more of like a content issue, meaning in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I think we're just gonna bore people away, drop them off, because there's just not enough dopamine going off. There's no one to look at. There's nothing to look at. The only switches are just switches in text. The text is boring. The pages are boring. And I say this all with love. It's just that within 2.5 minutes, we don't do anything to make them want to stick. I know we're talking about this video is for you, this video is not for you, etc. We're following all the basic lines of like webinar VSL style. And so I think realistically setting the agenda is the new thing that you have to do right out of the gate. We're noticing that on YouTube too. Every single YouTube video, it's a sit down video. You have to set the agenda right away. Set the agenda, then who is this training for, and then realistically speeding it up. And I think that's going to help us keep people a little longer. Our story, I might also kick up sooner too, because realistically in today's world of, you're running ads, people have no idea who you are. Why should they listen to you? I think creating a little more authority out of the gate, before 30-something minutes will also help you keep people a little longer. Aside from if you guys speed this up and have one of your faces on this video, I think those are all going to be things that help you quite a bit when it comes to retention. One of the rules that I like is, a webinar or a VSL is really good when you want to buy the thing after. And right now, I don't want to buy a photo booth business. And so realistically, I think there's 2 sides. Number one is I think your ads must be running really well, because to everything that Justin and Svet have said, a lot of people don't even watch this, meaning the ads are just getting interest and then people are going through. My goal would be to make people watch this and then within the first few seconds attracting them and then building the pain really well throughout it so they're coming to the calls much more warm. What that means is we have to play this more like content, meaning in the first 8 seconds, 10 seconds, we have to have them hooked. We have to let them know what they're watching, why they should watch it, why they should trust you. Then getting into stuff, speeding it up, making sure there's more flair in the video, and then visualizing out the pains. If you think about Hermosi or Iman or any of the big guys on YouTube, what they're doing really well right now is drawing out the pain points. If you think about Casey Neistat, what Casey did before animation was a thing was draw things out on camera, visualizing the points that he's talking about. Hermosi does it on a whiteboard or his little big paper thing. Iman does it via animation. Everyone's visualizing out the pains. I think realistically, you guys need to be able to do the same thing too. I think the style's just out of date. I think this is something that worked 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Now it's just not competitive enough in the content game. I think realistically, the reason you guys were doing well before is your ads, but I would like to make this something that people watch to make the ads more effective. So that was my get-go or breakdown on this.